words while on the clock with TSA.
All right, everybody moving up, just like George and Wheezy. You don't know who George and Wheezy are.
We have all heard that saying,
Red Lane 3.
a picture is worth 1,000 words.
Wow, you have a ray of sunshine.
Thank you.
Safe to say, that is not the case with this story.
That works.
It's me.
Yes, it is you. I'm glad it's you. I'm glad you met me.
I know.
Yes.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Making a difference.
Yes, sir. Every single day.
And that, my folks, might just be an understatement.
You have a good day.
I don't know how to have a bad day. It's my superpower.
The George and Wheezy reference, that was from the Jeffersons, where folks were able to watch that show here on Channel 7 back between, I think it was 1975 and 1985.
Ah, okay.
So that's the reference. We had a great time with Reggie. He is one of a kind. If you know someone making a difference, I'd love to hear about them. You can send me an email at james.brown@whiotv.com, or you can shoot me a message on Facebook.
And now, your Storm Center 7 forecast. That's weather coverage you can count on.
James, I might be a millennial, but I understood the reference.
You got the reference. I did not
I'm
get the
cultured
reference.
that
Yes.
way.
Was that a little shout out?
No.
A little call out.
As I said, this young lady gave me this idea on Reggie, and I'm forever grateful. So I owe you something. Maybe a brownie at DLN.
I'll take ice cream.
Ice cream.
And a brownie.
Okay.
Why not?
All right. But yeah.
Hey, that was an excellent story. Very well done. I don't know if I've ever laughed that much watching a story.
Yeah, the story's a little longer than what we normally do news-wise, but again, hopefully it flowed well. It was 7 minutes.
He's so funny.
Yes.
He's so funny. How does he come up with it that quickly?
He said he tried comedy for a little while, back when he lived in Florida, so I think that's part of it. But again, it's the dry humor that works so well, and that one dude that did not smile. I said to Reggie, I said, there's something really wrong with that guy. You just let him. He goes, yeah, hey, listen, I got 1,000 more that I would make smile before the day's
So usually when I fly out really early in the morning. So I've seen him a couple times. I've heard his jokes a few times. And it's funny because this is at 5:30 in the morning. You shot the story at 9, but 5:30, 6 o'clock in the morning, he's still cracking those jokes with that same energy.
His day starts at 3:45.
Ooh, that's early.
Reg is an early riser.
Very, very early.
Thank you much. Thanks to the TSA as well for letting us share.
Yes.
You love what you do, you don't work a day in your life.
He's used that line on some folks as well.
Yeah, you've had to work pretty hard this week though, Robert, because all this weather we've been having.
You could call it work, but I also love what I do. A lot of meteorologists do, and we're still tracking these storms as we move into the evening hours. Not really looking at a threat for severe weather, but there is some good news though. A cold front's on the way. It's not a very strong one, but it'll keep us cool for the next day or two. I think the main difference is going to be the lack of humidity across the region, so that'll feel pretty nice. And while we see the cold front across our region, what we can expect here is that cold front to push through into tomorrow, and temperatures likely even struggling to reach the 70s. And then it won't last very long because we'll be back up to the 80s and then perhaps even the 90s into next week. So take a look at this temperature trend. 69 for the high Friday, 75 for the high Saturday, and then we're back into the 80s. But the good news is that the sun does return moving into Saturday. Now, you might see some peaks of sunshine in a Friday, but there's still a chance for some showers. Not a great chance for severe weather or anything. You still could hear a thunderstorm, but Saturday's when we dry out. Sunday, sunshine, highs in the 80s. Memorial Day really looking fabulous as far as weather is concerned, with temperatures in the upper 80s, so a little warm, probably some humidity back in the picture at that point, but looking at lots of sunshine. And we're still looking at the 90s Tuesday and Wednesday. I almost wondered myself if we're going to actually hit the 90s. But right now, it still looks to be the case. Temperatures have not changed very much over the last several hours. You can see many places in the 60s. 63 in Greenville, 64 in Troy. We were in the upper 60s not too long ago, but they've just dropped a few degrees. We're still pretty cloudy, so that's a big reason why. That cloud cover is acting kind of like a blanket, keeping a lot of that heat from the day, what heat we did get, close to the ground. Outside in Greenville, it's dry. We still have some showers in the forecast, 66 degrees the temperature out there. And then as we move into the rest of the night, you'll probably still see some off and on showers. A lot of this heavy rain off to the east, we're done with that. But you can see off to the west Still some showers, even a couple thunderstorms. You see some of these heavier pockets. There are a few lightning bolts in these, but generally they're pretty tame. The threat for severe weather is for the most part over at this point, but we are still going to be dealing with some off and on showers, at least some lingering showers overnight, and then returning showers into Friday. So let's take a look at the futurecast so I can illustrate what to expect. Mostly cloudy skies. Maybe some slight breakup in the cloud cover moving throughout Friday, but still trending mostly cloudy. As we move into the late morning and even into the afternoon, you start to see some green across the region. It's not completely covering the whole Miami Valley, so off and on showers possible, perhaps a few rumbles of thunder, and you can see that illustrated here Friday evening. Again, as far as severe weather, really not expecting any of that. And then we dry out into Saturday with more sunshine coming through. As we move into the overnight hours, or the 7-day forecast too, what we can expect is, I don't know where there we go, I don't know what happened there. You can see the 7-day forecast looking at temperatures in the 80s and back in the 90s. Really the best chance of rain is going to be Friday, and then as we move into way late next week, Thursday, we could see some returning showers.
Thank you, Rob. The city of Dayton says it has a problem on Gettysburg Avenue. Reckless driving has been going on for years.
People who